Welcome to episode 42. This is the Your Best T1D Year podcast. Today we're talking about sleep, stress, and type 1 diabetes burnout. It's not just you. It's a lot of us. So today's Wednesday, May 21st, I think. Yeah, May 21st. So my name is Neil. Welcome. A lot of people call me the Beaties. I actually had somebody in the airport recently. I see you guys. They caught up with me in the airport. They're like, hey, you're that Beaties guy. I've been living with type 1 diabetes for a really long time. And I just love doing this with you guys. Love learning alongside of you and just being in the hunt together. This podcast is under 5 minutes, so you don't need to worry. You won't have to look at my face or hear me that long. It's about the same amount of time it takes for me to scroll Zillow and then start planning my new life in a cabin in the woods. Don't laugh. You know you've done it too. I know you have. So every episode, we take on like one small habit that makes life with type 1 diabetes feel a little more clear, a little less chaotic, actually manageable. And so this month's habit is sleep. Woo! And this is a good one. So many comments, so many people going, I didn't realize how much this plays a role. But today we're talking about what happens when we don't get enough of it. Not just like what happens to our blood sugar, but to our mood, our motivation, and that voice in our head that just says, I am just so tired of all of this. So spoiler, like burnout hides in exhaustion. Like let's just get real for just a second. Can we do that? Sometimes burnout doesn't look like giving up. Sometimes it looks like snapping at people or crying over a Dexcom alarm or suddenly forgetting why you even care about all these details about type 1 anymore at all, right? But underneath all of that, it's exhaustion. That's the underlying root of a lot of it. Chronic sleep loss, it messes with our stress response. It actually increases cortisol. It makes our emotions more volatile, and it lowers our resilience. Like type 1 diabetes actually builds resilience in people, but lack of sleep, it lowers it. In other words, everything just feels heavier. Now, here's the science of it, in a math problem, along with like how it feels. So research, it shows that people with poor sleep have higher levels of diabetes distress, anxiety, and depression. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that to normalize it. Like it's okay to talk about these. We have to talk about this. If we're waking up tired, still dealing with high blood sugars, and we're feeling emotionally frayed, like fractured, that's not failure. That's just the cost of running on empty. That's what it is. We're on fumes, right? And it's okay to say that it's hard because it is. Like, just be honest for a second. You are not doing a bad job. I say this so many times, but it's just true. You're doing a difficult job, and sleep makes that job easier to carry. That's why we're talking about this one. So let's reframe this a little bit, okay? Here's something that I am learning because I'm doing this right along with you guys. Sometimes the most productive diabetes thing that I can do is go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Like we're in the middle to end of May right now, and I'm learning that. It's not lazy. That's strategy. Think about that. A rested brain makes better bolus decisions. A rested mind has more patience. And a rested soul, like that's what makes this whole long haul, this marathon, feel like we could actually win. Because we're not just trying to stay in range, we're trying to stay in the game, like mentally. We're trying to stay in it. And I know from hearing from so many of you guys that it's a struggle. This is called Your Best T1D Year because that's what I want. I want you to be in this for the long haul. That's why the episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, because I want you to have these quick little hits, this little like affirmation, a little bit of science and education, because I see you guys showing up. Even when you're tired, you're sending me comments. So many of you. There's over 3,000 people listening to this podcast, and you're not just getting through it. You're building something better. And I am so honored to be in this with you.